Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Hello to everybody that watches live, comments, watches replays, listens to the audio, whether it's at enjoylifesafely.com, Spotify, Apple, wherever you're listening or watching. Thank you to all of you. Going to talk about Dead Man's Wire this morning. Went and saw that the other night. I didn't really know much about it. Now, I will admit, I remember going to Star Wars in 1977. I remember other things about 1977, but I do not remember the news story about Tony Kritzis. And that's what this movie was based on. It's a true story, based on a true story. I don't know how much is actual or if they changed some for the movie, but I think it's pretty accurate. Not a lot you could have changed for what they portrayed. But the story is about Tony, who was upset at the lender. So he went and he kidnapped one of the lending executives, put a shotgun to his head, and he had a dead man's wire. So it was around the person that he kidnapped and himself. So if somebody would have shot him or tackled him or tried to separate him from the person with the shotgun would have gone off and shot the person in the head. So that's the dead man's wire and the contraption that he rigged up and he put on this individual. And when he did that, he was able to leave the building. Law enforcement were there, but they didn't want to mess with him because the shotgun going off. They let him leave. They let him go home with the person he kidnapped. And the negotiations ensued after that for a number of days. So that is what the movie is about. I went to it knowing nothing about the story, not researching or finding how anything turned out. And I just went and enjoyed the movie. It was a good movie. Bill Skarsgård played the lead. You can see him in the picture I'm showing if you're watching the video. He played Tony Kritzis and did just a great job. You know, it also had supporting roles by a lot of good people, including Al Pacino, who had a small role as the head of the lending company. Coleman Domingo, who he's showing up in a lot of different things the last few years, and really liking him. Solid actor and gives some really good performances. And he played a radio disc jockey that this Tony happened to connect with and liked and wanted to call in and be on his show and so forth. So he did a great job. Other actors did great jobs as the FBI and law enforcement officers involved in this. So good movie. And it's a simple story, but they told it really well and some really good performances. And at the very end, if you watch the credits, they actually show some of the actual footage from 1977, the real individual that had the shotgun hooked up to this executive. And so they actually showed some scenes, some footage from way back then of the actual people when this went on. And at the end of the movie, they give a little summary of what went on, after and what happened. So I enjoyed it. It was a good telling of this story that I knew nothing about, and some very good performances by those that were in the movie, especially Bill Skarsgård. He did a really good job at this individual that was over the edge because of financial decisions and how he felt he was wronged, and he wanted to get an apology and get things that he felt he deserved. And he thought the only way to do that was create this dead man's wire with the shotgun hooked to the executive and make them listen to him finally. So that's the movie. It was a good film. I enjoyed it. If you like something like that, you like a true story, you like something set back in the 70s, it was interesting to see the clothes, the cars, the different things set back in the 70s. You check out this movie. and some good performances by the people that were in it. That's my thoughts without giving too much away. Obviously, you could Google the real situation, the incident from 77, and know the whole story, but just go enjoy the movie. I was up this morning working a little bit on the newsletter, going to be finishing that up and sending it out tonight. If you're not getting that newsletter, go to enjoylifesafely.com. You can get the newsletter by getting any of the free downloads. Get 1, 2, 3, get them all. There's a bunch of free resources there to help you enjoy life, help you get back up when life knocks you down, help you stay safe in this crazy world. So some free stuff. You'll get some offers for some inexpensive courses. Also have the Self-Defense Essentials course. That's a big course, and it's 20% off right now until February 18th. So you can get that. All that stuff available at enjoylifesafely.com. So make sure you go check all that out and get on that newsletter list. Dixon's here, and Dixon said, I vaguely recall that incident, sort of like falling down with Mike Douglas, if you remember that incident. You know, I do remember that falling down movie with Mike Douglas. Great movie. And I don't remember this incident when it happened. Again, I was 10 years old in 77. I'm a little younger than you, Dixon. And I remember going to Star Wars and some other things that year, but I don't remember this incident on the news. But I did enjoy this movie, and it was cool to see some of the actual footage from 77 at the end during the credits. Everybody, go out, make it a super Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow, but make sure you get on that newsletter list if you're not yet. Good stuff coming at you every week. Take care. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.